Day and Veterans Days, not the only time we should honor and remember those who served our country. So this weekend there's a unique opportunity to honor those who were killed in the Vietnam War.
Yeah, a replica of the Vietnam War Memorial in Washington, D.C. is now on display in Peoria, and that's where Gibby is this morning. He's going to tell us how we can see the moving wall. Gibby, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. You know, it's special anytime the moving wall comes to Arizona, and this year it's going to be here in Peoria. You can see it nowhere else in Arizona but here in Peoria, and the good news is it's going to be 24/7. You're going to get to see it all weekend long. It's going to be manned. They're going to have lights, and Chris Hallett, who's joining me here, the Director of Neighborhood and Human Services. Chris, the fact that this is here and it's here all weekend long, it's always special, especially for the veterans in this community.
Absolutely. This gives them an opportunity to visit the wall that they might not otherwise. It's a half-size replica of the Vietnam Memorial Wall in Washington, D.C. Not everybody can venture out there, but it's equally moving here in our own backyard.
That's the one thing for when you look at this wall and you see the names, every name has a story. And I think what's special is when people come to visit this wall, those people come with those stories, and that's what kind of makes this special, the fact that this is here, but you guys are holding it here in your guys' special area. I've come out here for your veterans ceremonies, and we see the ceremony going on right now. You guys do such a great job to incorporate it in this area.
Yes, our mayor and council are very supportive of our veterans. They put a lot of time and effort into our own Veterans Memorial Wall and Honor Wall. We also have one that honors all 5 armed forces areas. So it's very important, and we put a lot of effort into this.
You said this is much more than just the wall as well. There's going to be other services that are going to be out here as well for those who come out.
Yeah, so we know how traumatic this experience can be for veterans in particular and their families. They can come, our brochure gives them, they can even etch the names onto the brochure right there and take that away from them. But the Veterans Administration will be here offering veteran services. We also have comfort animals here. We have air conditioning in our rec center here and amenities inside 24 hours a day all the way through Monday at 4 o'clock.
And that's the thing. It's going to be 24 hours, so people can come at their time. This is the only place, again, in Arizona that they're going to get to see this. When you take a look at these names, and as I mentioned, there's been several movies that have been made out of the groups that are in here. One that comes to mind with Mel Gibson and the troops that are in there. But when you run into the veterans, and not only that, the family members, they come in here and they could point out to something. Every time I've seen this, there's been something new every time.
Yes, this is deep-rooted in our history. And the thing I really like, we've got about 600 students coming from our local schools. They're not really up on the history of this, but they guaranteed probably have some lineage here and ancestors. So they come out with their families and they get to learn the history personally as it affected them.
And that's why the moving wall itself has been so popular throughout the years. They've been going for 30 years, right, I believe? 30 years that the moving wall has been going around the country. As I mentioned, the only place in Arizona you're going to catch it this year, guys. The stories behind it, I think, is what makes this special. Every time you come by here and you see someone staring at a name, just the connection to that name really goes a far ways. And the fact that we get to see it year and year again is always a special time.